All right. What do we decide what episode this is? 9?
It should be even numbers now.
10? 10? 10. Hey.
Double digits.
We did it. 10.
When are you going to get to a 10 handicap?
Not anytime soon.
Going off of your physical therapy, you've reached 10.
Not
Like a bunch
10
of
pounds.
different
Only he's only on the 2 pounds. I heard.
Gotcha.
He's what?
He's only
I'm
on the-
I'm at 4 now.
You're down 4 pounds?
No, I'm probably up 4 pounds actually. Welcome to the what are we
Actually Friends?
We're the Actually Friends podcast, episode 10. Really excited. We have Matt Stone from the Playthrough podcast. Excited to have you here, man.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate
Long time
it.
no see. I know we saw each other in San Francisco the other day.
I know, dude.
That was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
You know when you like somebody and then you see them randomly and then you just get excited?
Yeah.
Bam.
Well, I don't experience that as often as you think. I know we do this every week, but I don't really experience that very often.
I mean, I got to
No,
say that
It's a nice experience, though.
you're happy to see me. I mean, that's fantastic. Like, I think it's cool. Like, that event we were talking a little bit earlier is like, it was so unique, but so like out of the box, right? For what they're doing. That brand is Malbon's unreal, but I was blown away walking in the doors and just seeing like all the guys there. Like Jake was there, like all these sorry, not you. But you know, it's just like all these creators and everybody else came out to support them. But yeah, dude, for such a small store, it's a tough getting around and like hanging out, hearing people talk. So we didn't get to catch up too much, but yeah, that was a dope event.
I've been to a few of their, not grand openings, but like going to their stuff in Carmel, especially during the AT&T Pro-Am. But it's always the same thing. I mean, their stores are so boutique, even though their catalog is huge, but
Right.
the stores are boutique that it's, now that you've been there and you know what it's like, you're not really in the store that much. You're just kind of hanging out, right?
Right.
And then you know, well, at least now you know, you're going to probably run into somebody that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was tough having Sergio out there because I felt so bad for him because he's like a San Francisco icon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's going to be a private event, like totally chill. Like we'll drive you over there and then, you know, whatever. And we pull up in front, dude, and the line's like a half mile long. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, we're doing this.
Yeah.
I'm like, Steven, like we're out front. Can we meet in front or something like that? And he let us walk in, thank God. But it was just like, if we didn't have that, I don't know how those people would wait in that line, dude. Like they wanted some Malbon stuff like bad or if they just wanted to meet Steven, I don't know. But it's,
check out the store, because that's the closest one. Because that's one in San Francisco.
Yeah.
The next closest one is Carmel.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So that's.
I mean, I've
a
had
ways
longer
away.
putts than that store is long.
I usually have putts longer
Yeah.
than that.
it's crazy. Like it's for how compact. But they had some cool stuff in there, dude. Some of their new release stuff was legit. I wanted one of those, that green bag that we were standing next to.
Oh, right.
I'm like, I was telling Tommy, I'm like, hey, dude, like, can we fit this in my car?
Right. And I mean, I wonder, as long as it's not over $1,000, I think it's legal kind of to just steal nowadays.
In San Francisco.
$950 in California.
$950, okay.
$950.
All
I've
right.
seen
Doesn't make it
somebody-
legal. It's just not a felony. So as long as it's under, if it's $949, it's still a misdemeanor.
Okay.
Which is just a ticket. So
All right.
yeah.
I've seen these people get arrested, and they did all the math, and they had to go to, to jail for it. They're like, but it was on sale.
You're not taking that into account.
Dude, when I was a cop, I would make the store factor in the taxes sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, wait, no,
Yeah.
ring it up like they're checking out.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
let me see what these taxes would have been. Boom, $951. We're good. Take them. Book them,
Got 'em.
Dano.
And then you turn the body cam off.
Yeah.
Hell no, leave that shit rolling, dude. It's better. Like, hey, you got to play by the rules, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, well, California wants their share too. Like,
Right.
whatever.
And
they're
you know about
90%. Oh, dude. Yeah.
So tell everybody what you do.
So I was a police officer for 17 years. I started out in the Bay Area and then ended up transferring up to this area here in Sacramento. And I'd been in a lot of stuff my first like 14 years in law enforcement. I was working narcotics and homicide and burglary. Like I was a plainclothes detective for almost 6-7 years of that time, and in the Bay. So there was never a slow point or time. And I loved it. Like, it was cool. Like, I loved the people I worked with. I loved the job. Like, it was cool. Even the people I arrested, I loved. Like, there were some dope ass people that just made bad choices. I was just telling Mo too. Like, I was in West Oakland a ton. Not that that's really relevant, but but it's like
that's how Mo and I met.
Right. And so, but it's like we would arrest rappers and stuff all the time, right? And it's like, it got to the point where we would like listen to their music while we were arresting them, and that was always fun.
Was it ever used in like a music video later?
I've been in a couple, yeah. No artist that you'll ever hear of.
They're still in jail,
but no, they just suck. This is before like Pilo came on the scene or any of those guys. Like, these were just like, some Union City Norteño rappers. Like just crap music. But some of them came out with some bangers. I'd listen to some of it. But when I transferred, before I transferred up, and we'll get into this, the reason why I'm sharing this later, but I'd been involved in a couple of events at work, whether they be officer-involved shootings or I got run over by a stolen car in 2018, and just like some things, right? I had a partner get shot. We've lost babies. I've had a baby die in my arms, which was wild. And so like those types of incidences, right? Like, are stuff that cops really don't talk about. Like, people, with the way my job was, like every time I go to a party or go somewhere, like everyone's like, oh, well, tell me a cop story. And I'm like, well, tell me a mechanic story. Like, it's not, there was no separation from work and life. Yeah. And so, but the cool part about being a cop was like, you deal with those things and then you go to the next call, and you can't deal with that stuff that you dealt with. You just go to the next call, and you have to be present and 100% in the moment. And so, for a long time, I was just running off of adrenaline, and I barely slept. And in August of 2018, my neighbor, who was like one of my really close friends, he got me into cigars. He ended up committing suicide. And it was crazy. Like, it was sad. It was all the things. But that was my first like personal encounter with suicide. And I was struggling mentally at the time. Just like, I never told anybody or anything like that, but it was just like all these things kind of weigh on you. And, for a period of time, I was going to work trying to have somebody kill me, because my wife would get a fresh start, her kids, all that kind of stuff. And then if you kill yourself, you don't get your pension, you don't get your life insurance or any of that stuff, right? So I'm like, all right, well, we'll just run hard, and if I die, I die. Like, it is what it is. And then I lost Darren to suicide, and that was like super hard. I ended up going out and finding him. He had hung himself, and it was just like, it was one of those things that just kind of sticks with you. And then the year after that, my mom was struggling big time with alcoholism, and was just like, I had to put up ultimatums with her, like, hey, you can't see the kids like this, all these things. And I was the only one that was like speaking truth into her, like, you got to figure this shit out. Like, it's not gonna work. Yeah. And so I ended up forcing her into rehab, which, if you guys don't know, like, rehab only works if you want to go. And so she went, checked herself out after a couple weeks. And then I consider her death a suicide, because she just blew out her body in alcohol. She was so depressed, and a lot of things going on, very justified, but sad. So I lost her in 2019. And then in 2021, my mentor, my really good friend's dad, who worked with us, he was a captain, ended up committing suicide. And that one rocked me, because it's kind of hard to explain it this way, but it's the only analogy I really know how to say, is like, you could have told me that I had committed suicide before this guy, and I wouldn't have believed it, if that makes sense. Like, it probably doesn't, but it was so, like, literally the last person that you would think of, right? Like, this guy would call my kids to wish them a happy birthday on their birthday, right? Like, not just me, but like my kids. And he did it for everybody. It wasn't just me. And so that one was like a turning point for me. And then I lost another partner who took over my position in narcotics and to a drug overdose. And from that point forward, it was like straight downhill for me. I worked here locally, and in the town that I worked in, it was like a lot of suicide. And I had a gal jump off a bridge about 180 feet down into some boulders. And we had to rappel down and get her, which wasn't a big deal. But the problem was we had to sit down there with her for 2 hours. And during that time, like, my brain was just all over the place because me and the firefighter are sitting down there together. It's just the two of us and her. And we had to wait for the coroner to show up. And so we're like cracking jokes. Like, you know, cops and fire guys are different breeds because you have to, like,
Medical people too.
right, totally. Like, any coroner, like anybody that deals with like trauma and death and stuff on a regular basis, like, you have to make jokes to make it normal, right? Because you're seeing the worst in society and of life every single day. And I remember, like, we were laughing about something, not even about her ever. Like, it was just like whatever Instagram meme or whatever, you know, something stupid. But I remember sitting there, I'm like, dude, we are freaking toast in the head right now. Like, this is wild. And I started spiraling pretty hard to the point where I ended up had to go on leave for mental health. And then my bosses were like, hey, you need to go see somebody. So I went to counseling. I went to some other, you know, therapy stuff. And eventually a doctor ended up saying, hey, like, you're not going back. So you need to prepare for retirement. So that's where Playing Through came from. And we can get into all that, but that's my what did I do? So,
And then Playing Through is?
So Playing Through is our foundation. So for me, I hate therapy. Good on you. If you go to therapy, you should go to therapy. For me, though, it's hard to sit in a room with somebody who hasn't gone through what you've gone through. I think that therapy works for a lot of people, and you should go to it. I'm an advocate for it. But when I say for me, it just wasn't great because you'll never forget what you've gone through, right? You got to be able to learn how to deal with it. And I remember sitting in there and I'm like, this is dumb. Like, you're not going to quote unquote fix me. And I went in with the wrong attitude, right? And instead of like worrying about how do I get mentally better, I'm like, well, who are you to talk to me about this? So through that, I picked up golf again. I hadn't played golf in like 5 or 6 years. And what I found was while I was on the golf course, like, golf became my therapy. I was out there, I was able to connect with guys, share my story a little bit, and just kind of, I realized that the 4 or 5 hours I was on a golf course, I'm totally fine. Like, I'm mentally out there, like, I'm focused on not sucking, even though I suck. And but each shot is a different opportunity, right? Especially putting, which I'm also terrible at. And so through that, I have a couple of friends that are, you know, former big league baseball players. We were talking, Bob Does Sports was becoming really big at the time. Good, obviously. And we came up with the idea of filming some golf, but instead of talking, you know, getting blasted or whatever, it was, hey, let's have deep conversations. Like, let's talk about life. Let's talk about things that matter, and then bring athletes on and do the same thing, like find the similarities. And so that's where kind of our idea has come in, and it's morphed into something bigger. We had a podcast. We still have the podcast. We haven't done much with it lately, but we'll probably revisit that. But we're growing the foundation, which is what we were talking about earlier, is, you know, we're trying to raise money for the foundation. We finally got our 501c3, which took forever. But I'm glad we did because we want to provide experiences for guys to either take their spouse or take a group of guys to go and get away, use golf as a form of therapy, go to Pebble Beach, go to Big Cedar, go to Pinehurst, go to Myrtle Beach, go somewhere that you want to go. I want our foundation to be able to pay for it. And then as those guys are working through their stuff, we walk alongside them and help them. Do you need therapy? What do you need? Like ketamine? Do you need You know, a lot of this stuff, especially for cops, like the moment you say something about mental health at work, red flags go up everywhere, right? And so everyone's afraid to deal with it. Well, if we can take that burden off of them and let them go see a provider without telling work, then maybe they can get their feet wet, get comfortable with it, and then build up the courage to be like, you know, no, I do need to get this help. Or if they don't want to get it through work, then hey, if we have the right donors that are in place, then we'll pay for like the first 10 sessions of therapy, right? So that's our vision. That's what we want to do this year. We want to really push that and get that going. And that's the goal. Play a lot of golf.
Yeah.
So
I love that, man. That's what a great way. Like for me personally, because of my shoulder, I haven't been able to golf in a long time.
Yeah.
And I feel the effects of not even really, you know, I never used it as like a therapy thing, but realizing how much it is such a great way to kind of, as a stress reliever or anything like that. That's really awesome, the foundation that you're doing and the everything that you're doing when it comes to that. I want to introduce, do you know Charlie Zamora?
Not by name.
He's a fitness coach. Him and his wife own Warriors Fitness here in Elk Grove, and they actually are the fitness trainers for Elk Grove PD and a handful of other
fire departments too.
Fire departments and all that stuff. I would love to connect you with him. And he's you know, well, I don't want to call Charlie a golfer, because if you played with him, you wouldn't really be like, oh, this guy's a golfer.
I'm not much different.
But yeah, he's a great guy, and he'd be a good guy to connect with. Obviously, you know a lot of people, but he's always been a good connector for me, and he's always willing to help out. And there might be something that you guys can.
Yeah, well, and that's like on. You say I'm a great like I am well connected, which helps, right? However, I want playing through to not be the focal point. I want playing through to be more like a network, right? So where we're not the ones providing the services, right? I just want to I want to take the burden away from people. So our whole goal is to network and meet new people, especially I want to do a lot of stuff locally here in the Sacramento area, because I'm here. Like it's cheaper for me to do it locally, right? And if it needs to come to the point where I fly people in, then we fly people in. But if we can, I think this first wave of fundraising that we want to do, I want to try and keep it local. That way people can physically see what's going on. We talked about all the fraud and stuff going on with nonprofits. Like I'm super paranoid with that, because being a cop, like I know all that stuff goes on, and I want to be as transparent as possible, but I also want to, like anybody that receives something from us, their name won't go out there. Yeah. But I want our statistics to show like, okay, like we raise this money, this is exactly where it's going. Sure. Yeah, we want to create some cool content and do stuff. Like we just partnered with the San Francisco Giants, which is going to be huge. Their mental health team. They're going to come out and do trainings with me at police departments, which is cool. But so content-wise, like that'll be great, golf course stuff. But if somebody's going through something, I didn't want my stuff put out there, so it'll just be between the donors and I, and boom, this is where we're sending them. Yeah. So anybody you can connect us with, we'll take any connection we can.
I think Charlie would be pretty good. I mean, he's pretty, the handful of times that I hung out, I mean, that's how we met.
Yeah, Charlie introduced us.
Love that.
And then we kicked them out of the group chat.
Yeah. I don't need you anymore, Charlie.
I've been kicked out of a few.
You could tell that he's about that, like really helping people physically and mentally.
Yeah. That's huge. That's really huge.
But obviously, I knew a little bit about what you do. I didn't know your history in the police department and all that stuff. From what I hear in friends and family, COs working in the hospital, I don't know any. Oh yeah, we do have a couple of PD retired friends, and they don't really like talking about their work or anything like that. And I don't know what they struggle with, if they struggle at all. Then again, it was Lodi, right? So not that they don't struggle, not that they don't go through anything, but I'm sure.
And that's the thing is like, regionally, police work is different, right? And I think a lot of cops have the ego side. You have to have a little bit of an ego doing this. But it's one of those things. Thank you. Atkins Family Vineyards, right there.
I only did this for the plot.
Mo.
Some Chardonnay, love
Should I
it.
pass it?
You need to read it?
I was gonna pants you.
Love people with no pants.
Went from PG to X-rated.
That happens quick on this show. You'll find out.
But I think that, like, you know, some people will say, well, I only work for Lodi, or I only work for X, or whatever.
I regret saying that, but
No,
know what I
you
mean?
shouldn't regret it,
Yeah.
because it's a true stigma, right? Behind, like, okay, you look at a country setting, or you look at the, you know, suburban setting, and then you look at the city setting, right? Like, totally different aspects of police work.
Sure.
However, shit happens everywhere, whether it's suicide, shootings. Dude, some of the most wildest shooting. Dude, my buddy's a chippy and works up in Redding.
Explain Chippy.
Sorry, CHP.
Oh, okay.
California Highway Patrol. And the dude was, there was a car pulled over on the side of the road up in, like, the Redding area somewhere up there. And my dude was just checking on him. Like, first of all, I cannot stand Highway Patrol. If you're Highway Patrol, I'm sorry, but lighten up a little bit. But anyways, this dude's awesome. And so anyway, this car was parked on the side of the road, right? And he's just checking on him. Like, hey, it's a stranded motorist. Like, do you need help? Do you need a tow truck? Ambulance? I don't know. And he gets up there, dude, and the guy gets out of the car and just starts shooting at him.
Oh.
And so now they're in this gun battle on the side of I-5, I think it was, and shoots my buddy in the leg, and then is, like, coming around his car, like, and steals his patrol car.
Oh.
And ends up crashing into a big rig, and I don't know what happened to that guy, but just wild, right?
Yeah.
Actually, he died because my buddy put some rounds into him, and I think he ended up dying, like, driving or something like that, and that's why he hit the truck. But it's like, dude, you're in the middle of nowhere. Like, the wildest shit happens in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Especially when there's no cameras around, too, right? Like, that's why I love body cameras. You said turn it on. I'm like, keep that sucker rolling,
Right.
dude. Because
I
I don't care. I don't care if I say something stupid. We
Great
can get
content.
over that. But
Yeah.
when
Free content?
No,
yeah,
I said it's great. It's great content.
it is. It
You
is.
said free content.
There's a whole
Oh, I'm pretty sure the
hashtag
cops
about
aren't
it.
using it for content creation.
But you know what? Like, those were the best things that ever happened to us. I remember fighting those so hard. Like, this is dumb. Like, screw this. Whatever. Those have saved my ass so many times. Because again, we're human, so we're gonna say dumb shit, right? Like, we're gonna make mistakes. As long as you're open to falling on the sword and just kind of like saying, hey, I screwed up. Okay, you take your slap on the wrist, or maybe a couple days on the beach, like, whatever. But in the long run, like, every major incident that I've been a part of, I'm so glad that thing was on.
Yeah.
Because it shows, like, how hard the job is sometimes, and or it can show compassion too. Like, you know, I mean, it's hard. You know, you go from one call that's freaking hectic, someone's, you know, telling you to kill yourself or do whatever, and then you go to, like, something where you got to be completely the polar opposite.
Sure.
And it's the wave of emotions, and the body camera will capture all of that. Like, it's crazy. So that was my rant on Lodi.
No, Lodi is more ghetto than people.
Well, it's right next to Stockton, dude. No offense
Yeah.
to Stockton,
Yeah.
but it's like Stockton's wild, dude. I was actually in Stockton the day of the bank robbery back in the day.
How much you get?
Enough.
You're like, how did you guys funded the foundation? It was going to a good cause.
Yeah, playing through this robbery. Dude, we were actually on surveillance out there, my team, and
Was this the one where the lady died?
I think a couple people died.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah. Well,
But it was
sorry
a
to interrupt,
hostage, right?
But they have a foundation, or they have a foundation for her now in Stockton. So every year they have a golf tournament.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. Like, it was, and you know, I don't know the specifics and all that, but it's like, I remember, like, hearing it and everything. I'm like, oh man, we're in the wrong place right now. Like, this isn't, you know, it's not that it's not our jurisdiction, because the state of California was our jurisdiction, but it's like, we don't know these guys. Like, we're not going to get involved in their stuff. Like, they've got it handled, at least we thought. It was just a wild event, right? And so you never know what's going to pop off, and that could have easily come up to Lodi. I've seen, you know, I've been a part of, like, not a part of, I've investigated kidnappings and, like, homicides and everything else that started one place but took you to a completely, like we went and arrested someone in Arizona, you know, like it's, these guys go everywhere and do everything. So it's not, it can completely happen in one place, and then you go, you know, to like Black Hawk, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like I've found myself in Danville, Black Hawk, Walnut, like all the nicer affluent areas to go arrest somebody for something they did somewhere else.
And
Thought they got
saying
away.
Black Hawk.
What'd you think?
What'd you
Black
think I said?
Hawk.
What do you think he thought?
I know he heard Black Hawk for sure.
Oh. That's from the movie Black Hawk Down?
Yeah. Yeah.
You must be hungry.
Sometimes it's up.
You must be hungry, dude.
Oh, do you have any eggs in your pocket I can have?
No, but it is like that. Anything can happen anywhere. There's been a couple of times where I don't feel like getting out of my car, but I just don't feel like being a pussy, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get out.
Yeah.
No one's testing me in a minute.
Yeah, don't do that.
I know,
And,
but it felt great when everything was fine.
He
Yeah.
lives in Stockton, and I've been to his house one time. He's invited me several
Twice.
times. One time. Oh yeah, pick up and drop off.
Both
The
during daylight hours?
Both were very quick.
Yeah.
I think pickup was like 4
I don't even
a.m.
think I stopped. It was a rolling stop.
Yeah, he opened up the
Get in.
he
Tuck
opened
and
up the
roll.
back and just
Pick up your stuff at my house.
Down
he's
Hammer
like,
Lane.
I've only been in your house at night, and I was like, yeah, well,
He's trying to get rid of me.
you
Hey,
pulled up in that big old Cadillac. Now people think I own it.
Yeah, I don't think the pickup truck would be a good good thing to drive out there.
Might get out of the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so there haven't been. There's been a couple of times like, cause I'm up early, so it's like 4:35 in the morning when I'm driving into a gas station, and there's people outside. I'm like,
Yep.
I feel like they're malnourished, so I think I do all right.
But they're also on some type of amphetamine.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
And they got different type of strength. man.
They're out there doing backflips, just waiting on me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I used to work in the hospital there in Lodi, so you see a
Okay.
lot of like
Oh, yeah.
gunshot wounds and
Oh,
just
yeah.
things that you don't, or even like the hospital goes on lockdown, and then we're like, but no one ever hears about this. Lodi is such a nice. I mean, I think it's been like voted one of the nicest places or the calmest places to live in the country, and like. I mean, yeah, I guess my real only experience. I mean, I go there all the time. It's right next to Stockton, but really working in the hospital like that, and like, there's a lot of things that don't make the news to try and protect it. I think.
Yeah.
Well, we can bring that right back into mental health too, right? Because like we want to live in a bubble, right? We want to live, especially me now, like I don't care about stuff that's going on. Like if it doesn't affect me, I don't really care that much anymore.
Is that okay to do? Because I do that.
No, but
Oh, it's not okay? Oh.
I think there's a give and take to it, right? I think that you have to be aware of what's going on, right? You have to be, especially politically and everything else, like you have to be an educated voter. You have to be like I hate people that just vote for stuff and they don't know what they're voting for,
Yeah.
right? I don't care how you vote. That's your choice. That's why we live in this country. But I want you to be educated.
Yeah.
And if we have a conversation, then I want you to be able to articulate that to me. I don't have to agree with you. 9 times out of 10 in the state of California, I'm not.
Yeah.
But it's okay. And that's what we have the right to not agree, right? We have the right to our own opinion, freedom of speech and everything else. And so for me, I think that's been one of the things that, being a police officer, I have to listen to both sides of the story. You can't be biased when you're making a decision on things, right? But it comes down to the fact of like, you really need to know what's going on, but don't let it engulf your life.
Sure.
Right? It's not,
the most important thing.
dude, like, my God, dude, what was it, 2 weekends ago, the Kings protest or whatever? Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
come on, guys. Like, you can have your opinion, you can do whatever, but like, at least make sense.
Right. Well, the Kings, I think they've got good hope for next year. This season's gone, but I don't think we should get rid of them.
Was that what
like
the
that.
protest was about?
I like what you did there.
Sure, they suck this
I like
year,
what you
but
did there,
man,
yeah.
we don't need a protest. We just had a protest like 14 years ago to keep them.
There's protests every day.
It's crazy to me. Like you'll never catch me on a picket line or anything like that. But it's just.
How many times has that made an impact?
Never.
Okay.
In my opinion.
That's what I think too.
In my opinion, it's more frustrating, like, especially coming from the Bay Area, dude. Like, these protesters shutting down the Bay Bridge, shutting down.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you're pissing people off. Your point is pissing people off. So even if it's a good point, right, and something I agree with, like, you're preventing me from either A, getting home or getting to work, which is where you should be going
And you're
right
probably
now.
turning a lot of people that may have agreed with you and pissing them off.
Right.
And then now they're completely on the
and
other side.
it just makes no sense, and it's crazy. I remember I was assigned to the protest during what was it? The Ferguson riots, and I was in Emeryville, standing on Highway 80, just before the Bay Bridge, right? And they had protesters that walked out onto the freeway, and we had to babysit them. I was literally getting paid to babysit them, and they were singing Christmas carols on the freeway. Kid you not.
Well, that's kind of nice.
And and I'm like smiling, and these people are yelling at me like, "What are you smiling about?" And I can't say it, but in my head, I'm like, "Well, I'm making time and a half right now for you to sing Christmas carols to me. Like, we can do this for the next 48 hours. I'm good. Like, I'll ride this one out, you know."
The difference between you and I right now is I'm getting paid.
Exactly. Right. And an ambulance is coming through, and it can't get through. And so I'm like, okay, hang on. This is where I draw the line, right? Like, people are going to start getting hit here. And so the ambulance finally makes its way up to us, like at the line, and they won't let the ambulance through. They're blocking it, like to the point where they surrounded it. It's lights and sirens, like. So I jump in the back of it real quick. I'm like, hey, what do you have? Like, are we like, so I can explain to these protesters. Right. And this lady was giving birth. Oh, like literally crowning in the ambulance, dude. Yeah. Like, I'm like, oh my God. And they wouldn't let her through. Next thing I know, I'm knee deep. I wasn't knee deep, but
elbow deep.
Elbow deep. I'm like, they're like, hey, put these gloves on. We need an extra set of hands. And I'm like, nope. Like, I don't have kids yet. Like, I'm not experiencing this. Like, it's, you know, I don't even
know her name.
Yeah. My wife's gonna be pissed.
Buy me dinner first.
Yeah, and next thing you know, we're delivering a baby during a protest on the freeway. Wow. You know, and it's that kind of stuff agitates me because that woman deserved to be in a hospital. 100%. She totally could have made it to the hospital, which was 2 exits up, and now she's giving birth to her first kid in an ambulance, right? Yeah. And then, you know, when my wife went through her pregnancies, like, you understand how important it is to give birth in a hospital. Like, there's what if something terribly wrong happened, you know? And there's so many things with that could have went bad.
Yeah. I wonder, no disrespect, I wonder if
I'm ready for
this usually doesn't end well.
No, I wonder, like, if that's going to be the story. You know, I gave birth to you when we were in the middle of a protest. Like, now it's going to be a big.
The mom's going to hang that over that kid for a long time.
They should.
Anytime there's a disagreement in the house.
They should. Like, do you know what I went through to have you?
Yeah. But I think now that kid's going to be like, that's what I stand for now because I was born in
I was
that
there.
process.
You don't know what it was like.
Yeah. I was oppressed from the womb. Jeez. Gosh.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know how much we affect kids' lives with little things like that.
Yeah.
I didn't believe that. You know, it's funny, like you said that. Do you guys have kids? You don't?
No.
No kid. Okay,
I have a dog.
Okay. So
it's basically the same thing.
Yes, totally. I have 3, and
is it a female?
What did you say?
Is it a female dog?
Did you just say fat bitch?
No.
What did you say?
I said he's got a bitch. Isn't it a girl dog?
Yeah.
Keep going. By definition,
my friends are bitches too.
By definition, he's not wrong. But it's crazy, dude. Kids are so impressionable from such a young age, and I see it with my son. Like, I was so non-present for the first few years of my kids' lives because I was working so much. Sure. And to the point where they wouldn't even FaceTime me when I was at work because they had no clue who I really was. And
you didn't know who you were.
I didn't know who I was. But it's like they were like, I was never home, and if I was home, it was like I was home for like the nighttime little portion of it. And my son still like has an identity issue with me on some of that stuff. And
how old is he now?
He's 11, and that was when he was 3-4 years old. Wow. And so it's just one of those weird things. But like, I fight every day to build those different relationships. Now I have a a 3-year-old. I have 11, 9, and 3 right now, and it's crazy because I like smother the 3-year-old, right? Like she's never known me as a cop, and so my relationship, she's freaking my caddy.
Yeah.
Like we literally, she'd ask me every day, Dad, can we get in the golf cart and go golf? I'm like, say less.
That's
like
awesome.
absolutely, and I don't go golfing without her right now. Like it's good and bad.
Yeah.
Bad for my game, but great for the memories.
Sure.
No, but I see that in a lot of my friends because I have a lot of friends that have kids, and I never really paid attention to this before until I noticed that, honestly, the majority of my friends have kids, and they're all just great dads. Even my brothers too. They're just, you can see it in their kids too.
It's essential, dude. Like you don't want to raise turds, right? You want your kids to be I think the biggest compliment I ever get is at the country club. Like we drive up there and everybody always compliments me on my kids' behavior and their respectfulness and yes, sir, no, sir, and that's like the biggest compliment you could ever give me. And then my daughter, who's 3, will literally ride in the golf cart for 18 holes. No problem.
Yeah.
I got an iPad in there and stuff for her too, but just in case.
That
But
helps.
She's 3. You can't expect that out of a 3-year-old.
Right.
Sure.
And so
They can't even stay in bed that long. They can't
No.
even be asleep that long.
No, dude, like it's crazy. And so you have to engulf them in what you want to be. You want them to be a part of, but at the same time, like you got to let them be kids too, right? And so yeah, like being a parent and golfing is not ideal, especially with what I'm doing now. Like there's a lot of trips involved. There's a lot of moving pieces where it's last minute stuff, right? Like even today, like I had to figure out how to get the kids. So I didn't have to end up bringing them here. But things work out, and when you want things to work out, you make it happen and prioritize it. But dude, kids are game changers.
Yeah.
In the best way.
Right.
In the best way.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully you're there. There's a lot of people who just bail,
Dude.
which I can't even imagine, dude.
Yeah.
I love my kids so much that I couldn't imagine a date. Like even when like my in-laws offered to take them, like I'm like, all of them? Like, yeah, maybe we should have a date night, but like I want the kid. Like I just enjoy being with them. Like I really truly enjoy being with them.
Awesome.
And we've lost some kids too, like through pregnancies and stuff, and so like those are hard. And it's that's never an easy thing. But I'm still grateful for those experiences too, right? And so
I'm sure that made your kids now like
extra special.
Yeah.
Extra special, dude. Like every hug, even just watching them last night, we drove out because my kids are going to be on a golf team this year at the club, and so my middle wanted to go practice, and so the 3-year-old has to come as well. And they're just out putting, dude. I'm like, I didn't even pick up a club. I was just videoing them the whole time. Like
awesome.
I'm like, all right, like just don't put divots in the green, like please. And the course is closed on Mondays, so it's pretty easy just to drive right out the gate and go do that. But dude, those are things that I hope you guys get to experience because it's.
Thank you.
I hope so too.
It makes golf so much different. Like it is.
Maybe not that part of it.
You guys, well, no, but I'm saying like you guys talked on your last podcast. I was listening to it, and you guys were talking about like getting better at golf and doing these things. Like honestly, that shit goes out the window. I want to be good at golf too. I suck, and it's like I don't suck, but I'm not as good as I want to be. And now that I'm 40, like my body's falling apart, and so I'm always hurting somehow, some way. Like I feel like. My back is just.
I'm 33 and I've been feeling this way for 4 years.
Dude, it's not gonna get better.
Terrible.
So
It's not gonna get better.
it's just like I don't care. Like just the experience to go out there and play golf, especially some of the guys I play golf with, dude. Like they're freaking. One of my best friends, Jason Castro, who's a part of our foundation as well, professional baseball player, never picked up a club, right? And if he did, it wasn't not to like enjoy the game of golf. Guy retires in 2023, freaking wins a World Series, retires, and picks up golf, right? So he's been golfing for less than 3 years right now. You know what his handicap is?
4.
It's probably a number that's going to really piss me off.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a 1.
Oh.
A 1.
Was he a pitcher?
No, he's a catcher.
Oh.
pitchers make sense, right?
Pitchers make
pitchers
sense.
play a lot on the
Yeah.
road, like a lot of like
I hear
And pitchers are only, one every 5 games they're playing. Or,
right. Oh, the start.
yeah, I hear catchers throw more than pitchers, or just as much.
They do, but the thing with the starting pitchers is they have so much time off, and they don't have to do much at the stadium, right? They don't have to take BP. They don't have to do any of that crap. And so when I was growing up, I worked at Sequoia Country Club in Oakland, and that was like the A's home course. And so the A's starting pitchers would bring like pitchers that were traveling in too. So you'd see like that's why Mark Mulder is such a good golfer.
Yeah.
John Smoltz, like all these guys would be up there just golfing their sticks, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus. Like, but they're athletes too.
Yeah,
right?
there's that mentality of it too.
Like that's the difference. And everyone, a lot of, now that I coach my kids baseball and stuff too, like it's, I played Division I baseball, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's so cool. And I'm like, dude, I played Division I baseball. I didn't play professional baseball. Like the difference between that and
huge.
like the size of it, like the athlete and just the abilities, like it's so different. It's so crazy to see like how much of an athlete you really aren't. Like, I feel like D1 baseball, like you were right there, but you also were bad enough to know that you weren't good enough to play anywhere else at that. You know what I mean? And so, and then with these guys, like, I don't know if you know Tyson Ross. He's a pitcher for the A's. He runs Loyal to My Soil, which is like the best golf tournament I've ever been to.
Don't ask me.
I was like, do you know who he is?
Yeah, I know the name and then connection with the A's. I couldn't picture the face.
He's fantastic, like just a great person. But even he's into golf now, right? And like,
golf is a new, like I've heard it said before, golf is the new skateboarding.
For sure, yeah. I was just talking to my brother-in-law about that.
But it's like it's not even that. It's golf is turning into something with athletes. I'm going to make a TrueLinks wear plug here real quick because TrueLinks 2 years ago, TrueLinks was a shoe company that Tyson hooked me up with as like a potential sponsor for the podcast, right? Mm-hmm. And they've been fantastic. Like they send me shoes all the time. These are their new ones right here.
Can we get a close-up shot?
They're fantastic. Like, and then any athlete that I bring on, like they hook up too, right? Well, they just came out with this new thing called United by Golf. And United by Golf brings in these former and current athletes and helps like navigate their golf game, right? And navigate their love of golf and understand. And so as we've been doing this stuff like with Sergio and Jason and Ty, like all these guys, like golf for these athletes is a post-career challenge.
Yeah.
Right? Where they can still compete at the level that they were competing in the big leagues, but with themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Not so much like, okay, yeah, there's tournament players and stuff like that. But like they can go and compete at a high level every single day because they're always competing against themselves. And I love that aspect because you're taking somebody that's done nothing but lived in the stage for how many years, right? And been the best at what they've done athletically, yet you humble them when they step on a golf course, right?
Something my buddy told me was golf doesn't have a body type.
No, John Daly.
Yeah.
That's that.
Because he's pretty athletic, but he cannot swing a club. And he looks at somebody who's not athletic. He goes, I should be able to smoke that guy doing anything else.
Yeah.
But golf, he's got me covered.
Well, and going back to the mental health aspect of it, where you have a lot of these athletes that are retired or their career got cut short due to injury or whatever it is, the transition from being that professional athlete to now what do I do?
Right.
I think golf is a great gateway to kind of help translate that and translate into what
even if you're not doing it
like.
competitively, right? Like the tournaments and stuff. Like you guys were talking about what your favorite tournaments were in the last show too, right? And it's like I'm a part of a lot of celebrity event tournaments and stuff. And each one is unique and different, but what's cool for me is seeing these guys, like, again, post-career, you want them out there because of their name and who they are or whatever. When you get past that and see what it does for them personally, as far as not just staying relevant, but, like, challenging themselves and being out in public and, like, just, having a crappy golf swing to start and just being okay with it. Like, hey, I'm not great right now. I suck. But I'm out here doing it, and giving other people courage. Like golf is the ultimate equalizer when it comes to stuff like that. And that's why for the foundation, it's so important for me because I think you said this too, is like when you're out on the golf course, you get to see someone's true character.
Absolutely.
Right. And it's like, okay, like how do you treat the people in the clubhouse? How do you treat the cart staff? How do you treat the greens? right? Not just people, but the greens.
Yeah.
Are you filling your ball markers? Are you your divots? Do you pick up your tees off the tee box? Those are little things that I'm looking at, and it's cool to see guys like really embrace that, and make that a part of their everyday game, because it's etiquette, right? And it's like a lot of people, especially the Gen Zers and stuff right now, like they don't know what the hell etiquette is.
Well, they're making videos of like destroying the golf course for views.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's going to be the detriment to the grow the game thing. I think growing the game is phenomenal, but you got to do it the right way.
Yeah, justifiable homicide on that for sure.
Yeah, you got to be. Wow.
Hey, dude, like you're out there, but look at it. Like, I mean, you look at a golf course, how much care.
I want the jury to be all golfers.
Yeah.
Single handicap golfers.
Yeah, and wearing Malbon. Malbon clothes with True Link shoes, please. Like, we're good, we're golden. But it's like you look at the care and time that goes into making a golf course nice, right? And it's like
how quickly it can go from a nice. It takes a 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah,
it's almost unrecognizable.
Gone. And it's just one of those things. Like, it's if you can't care for that, like, how are you in society?
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing of like blows my mind just how people can act that way. It just
Who raised you?
Right.
Yeah.
It makes you want to yell at the parents more than the kids.
Dude.
I golf with like a variety of people. Thankfully, there's not a shortage of people that I can golf with. So I get to see a lot of characters, and I almost have to switch it up with different people that I play with. But thankfully, for the most part, everybody who I golf with, other than maybe music being a little loud, maybe getting a little too drunk, but as far as like respect for everybody and everything, everybody's there with it. So.
So I don't.
I wouldn't do it anymore. Like if I'm that drained from just watching you and being annoyed with you all day, I won't tell you anything. But I'm just not gonna golf with you anymore.
We haven't golfed in a while.
Yeah,
Take that as a hint.
You should put that in your journal.
That's one of the reasons why I stopped drinking on the golf course. I don't drink much in general, but I actually connected with Nate Tarnaski, the dude, the hockey player who went viral for smashing that dude. Bam.
Oh yeah.
And
and that was a hell of a video.
Dude, great video.
If I was that guy who received the punches, I'd stop drinking on the course too.
I'd stop drinking forever.
Yeah.
But
you're okay. The guy that ended up falling into the lake.
He got pushed in the lake.
Pushed in the lake or tossed in the lake.
Or thrown in the lake. Yeah, he was. Yeah. He had a life change real quick on that. Oh, yeah. But it's like those.
Also, his friends were shit.
They were.
Yeah, bad
terrible.
friends.
Like, how do you? I would break your neck if you're trying to go after someone like that. Like,
but maybe they were annoyed with him too. Acting like that.
Honestly,
maybe they're like rooting for the other guy.
That's a valid point.
Someone just take care of this dude for us. That could be the point. That's a great, it's a great perspective. But it's just like I would never golf with those guys. Like, I would literally just turn around and leave. Yeah. I want to enjoy golf. Like, I want you to enjoy golf. And if it gets deep in conversation, great. If not, like, we're not good enough to throw our clubs. Right. Like, I'll go out and shoot like consistently, probably like an 80, between like 83 and 87, somewhere in there, right? Depending on how I'm feeling. But that's a great score.
Yeah.
Like
thank you
for how much I golf. Like, I'll take that score all day long.
Yeah, 100%.
If I'm throwing my clubs, like, which I used to do a lot, because
really?
Yeah, dude. I thought I was like,
I wouldn't have
had to have been the club.
Top tier athlete. Screw the clubs. Like, I just thought I was better than that.
Yeah.
And you have to take a step back, look in the mirror, and be like, dude, one, I get to golf, right? Like, I get to be out here and doing this. Two, it's okay to not be that great. I'll never be as good as I want to be. And that's a good thing, right? Because you're always chasing to be better. If you're not striving to be better, then what are you doing with your life? Yeah. But I also like to celebrate other people on the holes. Like, hey, dude, like,
I like that.
Like, hey, dude, like, if I'm having a shit day on the course, I sure as hell hope you're having the best round of your life.
Yeah. Watching somebody play well is so nice to watch.
Best.
Because ask him. When we used to play, how great was it?
I knew that's where that was headed. As soon as you started that sentence, I'm like, this is gonna shit on me for sure.
No, I mean that was But anyway, but it is good.
Hey,
'cause I
1 out of 10 times I can ask you the same question.
Yeah, and it's great.
Thank you.
I enjoy watching
It's
you play well.
surprising, I know.
It's rare when it happens when the whole foursome is playing some golf.
Right.
When the skins just even out and no one wins anything just because
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, that's
everybody-
usually
Or we
'cause
all
I'm,
win the
double
tournament.
Bogey, yeah. Have you guys played altitude golf, like in Tahoe and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
high altitude? So one of my favorite things is Jason's a member. He has access to Martis Camp up in Truckee, right? Beautiful course.
Never heard of that course. Marcus Camp.
Martis Camp.
Marcus. Never heard of that one
Oh,
either.
dude. I think
I heard it's
I think
nice.
to join the cheapest membership right now is close to $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
And well, they got a handful of really great courses up there.
Yeah.
In Truckee.
They do, but I've never heard of the
Martis Camp is hands down my favorite. Hands down.
I guess now I know why I've never heard of it.
It's
You don't have enough money to
incredible.
hear about
Yeah.
I never got I never got the brochure in the
Yeah.
mail.
But dude, I'm playing up
They
there.
don't deliver to Stockton.
No, they don't.
I played up there last summer with Jason and a couple of former ball players, and these dudes hit the ball a long ways. Like down here, they would probably drive it 330, 340, no problem, which is a pipe to me at least.
This guy with
Really?
the healthy shoulder back in 2012.
It's not been that long.
So Jake was 11, okay? But you know, like those types of hitters like are just fun to watch. Get them in altitude.
Oh yeah,
Dude, you got a par 4, 420 yards,
having fun.
and these dudes are driving over the green.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I'm like a 6-iron out, you know, like, okay, like this sucks, but I'm like, dude, I'll just sit here and watch you golf. Like, can I carry your clubs and just watch this? Because that's like, that for me is more enjoyable than me sucking.
Yeah.
You know, time on the course with them is valuable, and I love the relationship side of it. But dude, to watch other people win, is
We know how hard it is to hit a good shot.
dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you see that flight and it's drawn right at the pin, or whatever, or double bounce check by the pin, like it's a nice. I like altitude golf when it comes to the driver. Everything else, because I don't play it frequently enough,
It's tough.
it's hard to get the yardages down.
It's tough. Irons,
Sure.
when you're playing 10, 15, 20 yards deeper, it's tough.
And not only do you have the elevation, but then you have the elevation of like you're hitting from the bottom, you're hitting from the fairway, the green's up top, and then you got elevation.
Well, and the
undulation
depth
there,
perception,
yeah.
because usually you have the mountains way in the background.
yeah.
You're like, kind of
Yeah.
hard to adjust.
I never play well up there, but it's always the views. There's no shortage of views.
They don't suck. Yeah, that's. I'm actually heading down to the coast on Friday for a week. We're heading down to Pismo, but we're going to stop in Aptos for a couple nights.
Oh yeah.
And I just looked, and I'm 14 minutes from Pasatiempo,
Oh.
Nice.
but I can't find a tee time. So
Ah.
damn it, because I got to tee off. I got to tee off
That's a pricey
early.
ass course.
It is, but so here's the thing. With what we're doing and the PGA show and stuff like that, saw you out there. Like, we've been fortunate enough to meet up with a lot of these creators and like guys that have played some really epic courses, right? And they hear that I'm from California. They're like, dude, excuse me. They're like, dude, have you played, like, what's your favorite courses out there? And I'll rattle off a couple. I've never played Pebble. I've never played Pasa or any of these courses. Dude, everybody says Pasatiempo is their, like, in their top 5 over, like, Pebble
Gotcha.
Beach.
It looks
Wow.
great.
It's-
I've only been up to their putting green, and then I wasn't wearing a collared shirt. They're like, "Do you have a tee time?" I said, "No, I'm just gonna take some photos." They're like, "Okay, well, like kind of make it quick."
Yeah, dude, that'll be
You're from
100.
Stockton, huh?
That'll be
Why don't you get the hell out of
No,
here?
I went into my car and I switched into a collared shirt.
Yeah, it's just it's supposedly epic, and I want to experience it, but we're going out with the family, so I'm sure I won't unless I can tee off at like 6:30 in the morning, which
Yeah.
it's not possible.
Yeah.
I mean, that first tee shot I like the high tee boxes. Like there's that one,
Like at
Yosemite, what is it, Riviera,
Yeah,
where you have that first tee shot up top.
Well, and Yocha's great because if you go to the right, you can tee it up, let it drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. No penalty.
You played it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I had a buddy who won that first skin because he went out of bounds, free drop, went out of bounds again, another free drop, chipped it close.
Wait, you
par.
get a free drop?
It's
Yeah,
a
if
free
you go
drop.
to the right, because it's like it's native land. Oh, I mean, I guess it's all native land, but it's like
Stolen.
not. Not by the time I got done with it.
No, but yeah,
Stolen,
it's free
conquered,
drops.
same thing.
Stolen land.
Oh man, I didn't know that was free. Hang on, can we go back to that because that's interesting. I've
Yeah,
always
those are
I've
free
always
drops.
taken a penalty out of there.
Really? They
Yeah.
they usually tell the starter
Like
usually
if you
tells
slice
you.
it, they're like, oh, free drop.
Usually, the starter could say whatever he wants out there.
True.
You're not
I'm
paying attention.
Panicked off the fact that I'm like 100 feet up and I got to hit this damn thing straight, and I know it's not going to
Yeah.
happen. So
Yeah, if it goes to the right and you're out of bounds to the right, it's a free drop at Yoch.
And I know that. Knowing that, I still hit it on the fairway on the left.
Every time.
Every
Me
time.
too. Because you're like, all right, sweet. If I go to the right, no problem.
Yeah, just swing as hard as I can. Left.
Yeah.
I'm
Without
still blown
fail.
away by the fact it's a free drop. Never heard of
Yeah,
that.
and I think there's one more hole where it's a free drop on the right.
I think it's hole 3 or 4.
I think it's 3. Yeah. No, not 4. 4's a part 3.
Like that
but it's
dogleg
probably
right.
3.
Oh, yeah.
The dogleg right one.
Yeah, where it kind of curves and then comes back. Or that's a par 5.
That's par 5.
But it's hole 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 4 is a part 3 after the restroom. Anyway, Yochidi, he's great.
Yeah.
I love that. I know you guys are involved in a lot of stuff. We're gonna try and host a tournament, likely at Cameron Park sometime
Okay.
this year. I don't know when that's gonna work out, but I'd love to have you
Was
guys.
that like Napa area?
Yeah.
No,
No,
right
no,
up
that's
in
right
above,
past El Dorado Hills?
Above El Dorado Hills.
Second guess.
Before Apple Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, just like 20 minutes before Apple Mountain.
Off Highway 50. You
that's
still look
another thing.
confused. You-
Well, I'm trying to I know
are you
there's a
calculating?
park. There's a park, the town or city named something Park.
That's
Over by
Cameron
Napa.
Park.
You know where
What
Bass
is it?
Lake Road is?
No, by Napa.
There's another anyway.
You're wrong.
Scratch that.
You're wrong. It's a different name.
That's what I mean. But it's a park.
Okay.
I believe you.
It's a pretty common
I believe
way to
you.
name a town or a street is park
Okay, so
or
I'm-
parkway.
So I'm right.
I don't think that. How'd you get to that conclusion?
It's a common thing. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
That's not the right conclusion you should
Yeah,
come
just like
to.
there's a main street in every town. Anyway,
So
Cameron
back to-
Park.
back to
when is
Cameron
that going to
Park.
be?
I don't know yet. So our partnership with True has been fantastic, and I'm helping them kick this United by Golf thing off. They actually bought a golf course in Tacoma,
gotcha.
and now moving their entire headquarters there.
That's in Washington, by the way.
That's in
I was
Washington.
going to say, was it Washington? But I don't want to sound like a dumbass
yeah,
again.
right outside of Seattle.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want to sound like a dumbass again, maybe be quiet.
I love it.
You just offended the hell out of Mo.
But yeah, so we're going up there in August to do something with them, like a branding, and then like we're gonna be a benefit of theirs. So maybe after that, like September, October, out here.
Yeah.
But we'd love to have you guys, like the winery, come out and do all,
100%.
whatever.
We'll be
but,
there.
But it's again, like I think having the golf community, right? Because I'm trying to think of where. I think I actually just found you on Instagram originally.
It might have been.
Do you remember that at all?
I think that was I think that was it.
Yeah, I think so too. Because
Not
I think
OnlyFans? He has an OnlyFans too. It's pretty popular.
Yeah, I
means
wasn't
he'd
on
have
that.
to
He makes
had-
sandwiches in other people's condos naked.
But he'd have to have the account too.
Yeah, I don't pay for the membership, but maybe he dropped that in my DMs and I didn't see it. But I think I found your stuff on Instagram first. Ordered a bunch of stuff for the Loyal tournament.
Oh, that's right.
And then I gave a bunch of that stuff out. But it's cool because I think like the Driven by Golf, like all this stuff, right? Like I think it's so much fun when you meet other creators, other people in the same space trying to do something, not similar, but in the same, arena as you, and then bringing them in, right? Like I
Yeah.
think sometimes we look at like these athletes and stuff, put them on a pedestal, and it's like, oh, those guys are untouchable. Well, now in the days of social media, like, dude,
Yeah.
if we
Super
align,
approachable.
right? Like Malosi from Good, I connected with him like super easily, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, okay, like this is crazy, right? And then working with Max and a couple other people,
Dude, after that slope gate, Melosi needs your help.
but dude, poor guy.
No, but yeah,
was-
you're right.
That was rough.
Everyone's pretty much touchable. I was telling a friend that because we do events and we see some A-list people. And we
Dude,
happen to be
Stephen Malbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is about as big in the game of golf as you can get right now, brand wise.
Yeah.
And you know
Right.
what? You'll walk away from talking to him, and you'll think that he's your best friend. Like that's how he makes you feel.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like I was
Him
just
and Erica, their
They're
whole
s-
team.
they're
Honestly,
so nice.
Anybody who they hire, whether it's in their stores or their marketing, everybody makes you feel like
Culture starts from the ground up.
yeah,
Starts at the top.
yeah, and even though the
They do a
stuff
nice
is
job of that.
unaffordable
Huh?
for
I know
me.
that was contradicting, but well, they were at the ground when they first started, and then they went up, and then now from they're at the top down.
they do it right. They take care of their people. They take care of people that they come in contact with. And dude, I mean, when I was coming to the thing, like he and I are just DMing, and I'm like, I shouldn't feel this way, but I'm like, dude, this is wild. Like
Yeah.
this dude's like giving me time when he's super busy, like coming from Vegas, coming to his grand opening, and then flying out to go to Georgia, right? Like,
he was like in Shanghai.
yeah, dude, something. I don't know where the hell he was, but definitely not in this country.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, like it's cool having the blue check mark. Obviously helps, but it's like I think building the foundation of what you're doing and bringing other people. Like if you're not bringing other people along with you,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're so self-centered around what you're doing, like your brand, right? Like cigars, right? And then the holders, like that's where you got like that start of the golf brand type niche, right?
Yeah.
But you're more than that. Like I see your stuff that you're putting out there, like you'll tag everybody else in there, you bring them along with you. And same thing with the wine, right? And in the show, like it's not just about those things. It's about okay. And when I think of this, what we're doing too, it's like who can we bring with us, like, and how can we make it just a better experience and a fun experience? Because we want people to get into golf.
Right.
As much as my wife probably doesn't want that to happen, but it's like, you know, I love the game and I love playing it, but I love playing it with people that I love playing with.
Yeah.
And that's important to me. I don't want to play like we just talked about, like with a jackass. You know, I want to get out there and meet new people. I want to have fun. And
Yeah.
if I can, I'll never ask somebody for something without giving them something first.
Sure.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like
100%.
it's like, hey, dude, like will you scratch my back? Dude, screw my back. Like how can
Yeah,
I help
what do you
How
need?
can I take care of you?
Yeah.
Because you're more important in this moment right now than I am. Like how do we build a good relationship and how do we make this happen? So yeah, dude, I think it's vital, but yeah, I would love to have you guys out.
Would love to be there. I've always operated under the stance. I don't know if you know who Zig Ziglar is,
Yeah.
motivational speaker
Yeah.
back in the day. And he always had a saying that was, if you help enough other people get what you want, then you'll get what you want.
Yeah.
And basically, I didn't really understand that at first when I first listened to it, but the more years went on and kind of like, okay, well, like, how can I help others? How can I help others? And then there came a point where now people, because I've helped them so much, now they're like, what do you need? What do you need? And it was kind of an interesting transition of understanding, okay, what that truly means. Like, okay, well, I'm helping, whether it's a connection or if it's, hey, I have a friend that is starting a podcast called Actually Friends, and they like it and share and repost. And then whatever I can do to like help promote that or connect, hey, you should have them on. I'll make here, I'll put you in a group chat and like just make the connection and you take it from there.
And along the lines of like quoting people too, like Zig Ziglar is awesome. John Maxwell was big
One of my
for
favorites.
me because the one thing that he said that stuck with me for the last like 5 or 6 years is nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care.
Yep.
Right. And that's been one thing that I've implemented in my life because I didn't care about anybody but myself for a long time. And I'm just starting to care because it's so important.
Yeah.
And it's more beneficial for yourself when you put other people first too.
100%.
Right. And I think I didn't want help with what I was going through. But I know that if the right person came along and was willing to have that conversation,
Yeah.
I would have it. And it had to be the right person. So open yourself up to that, to be that person. Like you're failing with going back to my buddy Darren, who committed suicide in 2018. We lived next door to each other. Like literally we would smoke cigars in my front yard or backyard. Like he built a whole bar area for me at my house, like a huge entertainment center in the backyard. And we would sit out there all the time. And before he committed suicide, I was gone for a trip, and my wife had called me. She's like, "Hey, Darren came over and he's like suicidal, like all these things." Like there was signs there, right?
Yeah.
And I came home from that trip, and that was in May. And from May to August, not once did I ask him like, "Hey, dude, what are you going through? Like, what are you struggling with? Why did you feel that way?" Like, have the balls to say that. I think it's so hard to have that conversation with somebody, be like, "Hey, what are you going through?" Right? Because again, if they don't think that you care, they're not going to tell you.
Sure.
Why would they?
Right.
Right? It's like, well, why would I put my problems onto you, you know, when you don't give a shit, you know?
Right.
And now it's my take on that is completely opposite of like, I don't give a shit if you even look like you're going through something. Like, hey, what are you going through? Like, how can I be, you know, helpful in this season of life for you right now? Whether that's just like hanging out. Hey, you want a free round of golf? Like, I'll take you golfing. Like,
get your mind off things.
Let's go, dude. You know, little things like that. So I'm trying to be a lot better about that. But it's so important of, you know, that saying of, you know, nobody cares how much you know until they know you care, is just like, you have to genuinely care about somebody else.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting started on that.
Yeah. Well, and I love that you said seasons too, because that's really what it is. Whether it's good or bad, it's a season.
Yeah.
You know, summer is always followed by fall. Fall is always followed by winter, and the winters are the toughest times. Then here comes spring, and you know, there's always a wavelength of things like that. So,
well, and you never know what somebody's going through, right? Like,
Which is a crazy thing to think.
Yeah.
For me, because I mean, you you run into so many people throughout the day.
Yeah.
And for the most part, everyone's just with their head down, right? But then you get into an interaction, and you're like, all right, well, they must have a lot going on. I mean, sometimes you probably catch you in the right time, in the wrong time too, and you know, you go a little bit back and forth. But
well, and that's where you can show them some grace during that time too, because you know that you've gone through that similar thing.
Yeah. But there's times where you just get caught at the wrong time too. You know, you stub your toe 5 minutes ago, your toe's still
or you know, you drive in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Or you can even have a negative reaction with somebody. I think what's really important in today's day and age, everyone is so, you know, like hairline trigger, like, you know, the littlest thing will set them off, right? And me, like, I get set off real easily. I know that. But you know, you could be going through something, you and I can get in an argument, right? Over something dumb, insert whatever the issue is. And I can have a terrible reaction to that. We have to humble ourselves in those conversations to be like, to recognize the fact that I'm being a prick and I need to step back and reassess what's going on here. Because you can fix that.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, and especially being a cop, I learned this a lot. Like, I would, you know, you pull somebody over, contact somebody. That's the worst day of their life usually, because they don't want to talk to the cops.
Right.
They're going through something, right? So it'd be an immediate, you know, what the fuck did you pull me over for? Why are you talking to me? Like, leave me alone. And I would meet them, like, usually I'd meet people right where they were at. Like, oh, you want to go here? Well, I'm going to go one step above you, right? And then I'd be involved in it. And I remember actually here locally, I confronted some guy on something that was, you know, whatever going on, and he and I were literally nose to nose. And I'm like, oh, we're going to fight. And I love to fight. And I might be small, but I love to fight. And I'm like, let's do this, dude. Like, okay, like, say the wrong thing right now. And we were literally like arguing to the point where he's like, I want your supervisor. I want this, that, and the other. Supervisor shows up, and supervisor kind of talks to him. And I'm like, thinking about, I'm separated from the incident now, and I'm thinking about it, and I go, I end up talking to his wife a little bit, and the guy ends up walking over, and I'm like, you know what, dude? That's my bad. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I met you, you were here, I met you here on purpose. Like, this was my thought process in this. Like, this is, I don't know what the hell you're going through, you know? But all I know is I don't want to deal with this shit today. Like, I got other things going on too. I'm hungry probably. And I apologized. Like, I just owned it. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I'm sure this wasn't your fault. And he's like, did you just apologize to me? And I'm like, yeah, I did. And I mean it too. Like, I'm embarrassed by how I reacted. And I at the end of the day, I hope you leave here and just understand that I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And he's like, your boss hasn't even come over to talk to you yet. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But sometimes we just got to fall on our sword.
Sure.
I still talk to that guy to this day.
Really? That's amazing. Well, and you doing that probably left such an impact on him moving forward.
Totally, yeah. But I hate cops too.
Yeah.
Cops are pricks sometimes. But again, you never know what someone's going through.
Yeah.
Or what they dealt with just before encountering you.
People are people wherever you go.
Especially those chippies, dude, giving
Yeah.
speeding tickets.
Well, he loves you because you let him go away with that kilo of cocaine in the back.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
But maybe someone just pulled the Tiger Woods on him, you know, and flipped the car and was whatever. And then now they're dealing with you and like, hey, I need to give you a speeding ticket because people before you have driven like jackasses, and now here we are. You know, like, unfortunately, you need a life lesson right now and accept it and move on.
Every time I've gotten pulled over, I'm just like,
I did
yeah.
it.
I've done this so many times. You caught me this time.
Dude, that's the way. And 9 times out of 10 when you do that, they're probably going to give you a warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I try to convert it into customers. I was pulled over. Ryan and I were driving down to a golf tournament in Fresno for some reason. And I got pulled over. And, you know, we always have, like, free wine tasting cards with me. So, like, I can try to get people to go to the winery. And just out of habit, he's pulling me over. I was like, hey, you a wine drinker by any chance? He's like, yeah. I'm like, here, come to our winery. He's like, I can't take that. That's a bribe. I'm like, oh, shit.
But still,
Really? It's free.
But still, come by anytime.
Okay, so I'm still going to ticket?
Yeah, just take a picture of it then. You know? Take a picture of the address. Come on by.
Just memorize the name.
Yeah.
No, there's been a couple times where I just pulled myself over.
Yeah.
Like, I'll run a stop sign, I'll just, like, and I seen him, I'm like, damn it, I'll just pull over. I don't
I
need
did
the
it.
lights.
Man, how
Yeah.
those days.
Don't need the theatrics.
How
Yeah.
those
Just
days have
relax.
changed, man.
I know
I
I
know
did
you've been
wrong.
waiting to flip that thing. I don't know if you flip it or push a button or whatever, but I know you've been, I'm like, I'm just going to pull over myself.
I used to run. I'm not gonna lie. Back in high school, I used to
What does that mean?
run.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
10 minutes?
I had a fast car, and so
Oh,
I'm
you used to
like,
run?
Oh
You used to
yeah,
run over
dude.
cops.
Oh yeah, in high school.
Not me.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was dumb, but now looking back, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not worth it. Like
Yeah.
that was stupid. And I got away once, and it was, I drove a car that I still have that's very recognizable, and I don't know what I was thinking because I wasn't actually, and I sped off away from these chippies that were behind me, and I call my buddy while I'm hauling ass. I'm like, hey, open the garage, dude. Open the garage. I'm about to come in hot to your house. Pull in, close the garage. Cops go by. I'm like, yeah. About an
I feel
hour.
like Jason Statham.
Hour later, dude, my dad calls me. He's like, where you at? And I'm like, Brandon's. He's like,
Cops are here.
Well, the cops are here, so you need to get your ass home. And I'm like, I can't drive the car home, Dad. He's like, oh, you can drive the car home. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I drive home. Cops aren't even there, dude. He's like, he got me. He
Yeah.
got me. You know,
'Cause they ran the plates, obviously, right?
Well, not only, and my dad got me. Like, my dad was a parent, you know, and he had convinced the cops, like, hey, listen, like, I'll handle this. And,
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and I think I lost my car for like a month or two.
Yeah.
And some other things, but yeah, dude, I saw that cop again at the high school, and he's like, how'd that go? And I'm like, and I honestly, God, I told him, I go, hey, dude, next time, like, take me to jail.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, please. Like, please take me to jail. That was, it's not worth it. I would rather, especially knowing what I know now about juveniles getting arrested, dude, I'm like, yeah, I should have taken this thing to Mexico, dude.
Right.
Like, you know, like, let's go on a real high speed. But, yeah, it's crazy. But, yeah, those days are long gone.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've thought about it because I wanted to be a corrections officer. I never wanted to be a cop because, like you said, like your buddy that just, you know, your chippy buddy who pulled up to the car out of nowhere, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, you just never know.
Same thing in the prison.
True.
It's no different. Dude, prison
I know, but-
stuff is wild.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of buddies that are corrections officers, and
Same.
dude, you don't have a weapon in there. Like, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of friends as corrections officers as well, and maybe they're just lazy because they don't. They always are like, this is just, you know, 8 to 12 hours depending on your shifts of just kind of counting heads, counting bodies, and like alive, but just making sure that they're there.
Sure.
It is, but it's, I mean, again, The shootings, I mean, I was a cop for 17 years and saw 5 or 6 officer-involved shootings with my partners and stuff like that we were a part of. Those are actually the easiest ones to deal with, to be honest. Like, it's because you're so in the moment.
Yeah.
Right? And things are happening. It's chaotic. Like,
Is it low-key fun?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, let's be honest.
What you signed up for?
Like, there's... I say this right since we're recording, but like, there's a lot of individuals that are pieces of shit, right? That have done a lot of harm to people,
Right.
and they aren't missed. And being a part of some of that, I don't lose any sleep over that.
Yeah.
I've been a part of a lot of people's deaths, and the only ones that don't sit right with me are the ones that were like innocent people that, you know, died because a guy crashed into them or whatever. The stuff that I can't sleep about is, you know, babies dying, people committing suicide for reasons that they thought were happening. Like, we had a girl, 15-year-old girl, 16-year-old girl who was getting B's in a class and thought she was pregnant, so she jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Wow.
Right? And she turns out she wasn't even pregnant.
But she still got the B's?
She got B's, but, you know, coming from her family, like, it wasn't acceptable. So she thought that...
Asian?
Yep. She thought that... She did. Like, it's sad.
That's the culture.
It's one of those things, dude, right? Yeah. Like, she was so stressed out about this that she took her life, and that's ridiculous, you know? And we had, on the flip side of that, we had a husband chop up his ex-wife into pieces and push her out in the bay, and then we end up figuring him out, and we're on surveillance of him. He jumps off the Bay Bridge. I could care less. Like, dude, you're a piece of shit. Like, see you later. But
save tax dollars.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's no harm, no foul in that. Like, you made that choice, and that's on you. But when stuff happens to innocent people, or people take their own lives because they think life is a lot worse than it truly is, that's the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Fighting crime is fun. Like, I mean, I did the high-speed chases, like, all the things. Like, I got stories on stories of that. But the life-changing stuff is when you truly help somebody, or you're experiencing, like, the worst moment of somebody's life with them. Like, that's hard, you know. We've had, like I said, kids dying is just hands down the worst. Like, you can't make sense of any of that.
Right.
But yeah, dude, I tell everyone not to be a cop now. It's just so, between the politics and everything else going on, it's just
tough,
it's not worth it. Even if, no matter how justified you are in whatever action you take, it will always start out bad.
Yeah.
You know, the publicity of it. I've been on the news more times than I would like, for things that are just, like, obscure and not true. And you just have to ride that out. And the stress of that alone is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, like, your face is plastered all over the news, or you're in a lawsuit, right? And anybody can sue for anything. I can sue you right now because your wine tastes like shit, right? Not true. Not true.
Whoa!
Not
cut that
true.
out, Mo. Dub it and make it
let's
seem
cut that,
like it's so good. I want to sue you.
Definitely not true.
Yeah, so good.
Your wine's so amazing. I'm gonna sue you.
But you know, I mean,
it's like pregnant.
It's just one of those, like, you could sue for anything, and it doesn't have to be true. And then you get in court, and nobody finds out that it wasn't true. It's just the initial headline, right?
Sure.
And that's miserable. Like, you can't live.
Now you
life
can't go
like
to Chuck
that.
E. Cheese.
Yeah, I can't go to Chuck E. Cheese.
You know, like, it's just trial by media, kind of.
Shouldn't have parked this close to the school.
Yeah, I can't be 200 feet.
Yeah.
Great movie. Great movie.
Why'd you have to park so close?
I'll take Things That Can't Be Made Ever Again for $500. Oh, man.
But, dude, I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah. I mean, one more time, where can people find you and your organization, and how can they contribute?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now for us is Instagram, Playing Through Pod on Instagram. And then we have a website, same exact website, playingthroughpod.com. But again, like, we just got our status for 501c3, so we're completely a charitable organization. We want to our goal for right now is to raise $100,000. Any donation, even if it's $1, like anything will help us because it'll immediately translate into people getting the help that they need.
Yeah.
And not only need, but want, right? It's not just therapy. It's getting out and having a life experience, building core memories, and getting out of the situation that you're in right now, and getting into a healthier headspace. Like that's what we want to create. Whether that's bringing somebody to a San Francisco Giants game, getting them on the field, A's games. Can we say Sacramento A's? I don't know.
Sacramento A's, yeah. For 2 more years.
But they've been, even some of the players on that team have been awesome, like just linking up with us. And so as we grow, like we just need engagement. We need people to see what we're doing and be a part of it. Like, just support us any way you can. We'll take it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, awesome, dude. And thank you for doing what you do. I mean, I didn't realize what you did, like I said earlier, but it seems like you're taking it a long way.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
And thank you for joining us, man.
Heck yeah.
Cheers.
Heck yeah. Oh, appreciate you. So are we actually friends now, or?
We are actually friends.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, you made an Asian joke, so I guess we're
We're good. You're in.
We're in.
Thanks for watching the Actually Friends podcast, episode 10. It's a big episode.
Double digit.
Double digits, and we'll see you for episode 11.
Let's do it.